Hey guys, I'm going to paint a Roblox character today. Live gifts. Pop live. You can now receive gifts. Okay. I wonder why the light, is that reflecting? Oh, okay, that's reflecting that. Trying to get a better lighting situation. Alright. Hey guys, a friend of mine wanted me to paint Roblox. So I'm going to try to paint some Roblox today. So I got my, this is like thick watercolor paper so that I could paint acrylics on it. So I'm going to start off with a background. I'm just going to do yellow for the background. I'm going to use my biggest brush that I have right now that I like. This is the biggest brush that I have right now, and it's like broken in. It's pretty good for just kind of starting off and getting a background painted on real quick. So acrylic paint dries super fast, so I want to kind of hurry up and get it, spread it all on here real quick. And so I'm kind of doing like a little bit of a cross pattern, I guess. It's kind of like what I do, because if I keep going like this vertically, then the paper will start to bow. And so if I keep going kind of in like making like these crosses, the paper tends to kind of stay down a little better. So maybe I might have put a little bit too much on, but you get used to it the more you do. I'm doing a 6x9 right now. You get kind of used to it, like how much to use the more times you do it. So I've kind of got it down. I mean, it's better to put more than less, I guess, because I don't like keep adding to it. So there, my background is on there. Here's a little, whatever that thing is. I gotta clean my desk here of all the dried up little paint things. So see how it kind of bows a little bit? Like it wants to keep coming up. That's fine. We'll bend it back later after we're done with the painting. So yeah, I kind of put a little bit too much, but it's okay. And I also, like when I paint, I try to break everything up. Like I don't want big old gobs of paint in one area and stuff like that. So I kind of break it up. That's why I do like the crossing back and forth, to kind of make it even throughout everywhere somewhat. I like kind of a rough look to my paintings. Hi everybody that joined in. I'm just painting a Roblox character. I don't really know much about Roblox. I'm just learning. And my friend said he wanted me to paint a character of Roblox. So I looked up Roblox and I found this guy called 1x1x1x1. And he is like a virus villain type of character. A pretty interesting story around him. I didn't get to finish it, but seems like he's a character that that's popular, so I'm going to paint him. So the acrylic paint is just drying. I don't have a hair dryer right now, so I just blow it. And because I put it on kind of thick, it will take a little bit to dry. I'm just using cheap paint that I got at the 99-cent store. I found this big old thing of paint for 99 cents, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I got, the primary colors, just to have to practice with or whatever. And what I'm finding out is that they're cheap paint and they're not very good. But the blue and the yellow do pretty good for backgrounds, and if you spray the painting with like a clear coat afterwards, or you put it in a frame, it kind of doesn't really matter. It's just that I don't like how the paint is it's kind of faded after it dries compared to a better quality paint. And but like I said, if I spray a clear coat, it kind of like makes the color pop out better. That's the struggle though with using cheap paint, is that you have to try your best to make it look good even though you're using cheap paint. And I think it's possible because I've sold a lot of paintings, and it's good for starting off, you know. It's good for starting off if like you're on a budget or like you're just learning how to paint. Also, a friend went to a thrift store and bought me a whole bunch of paint in like these tubes. Um, Really good quality paints. He found it at a thrift store. The only problem is what I started finding out about these paints is like half of them were kind of muddy for some reason. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure why. Like, maybe they're so old of paint that. Here's one called Teal Green. I haven't opened this one yet, but there's paint inside there, and it's probably a pretty nice quality paint. See, it was bought at Hobby Lobby. It was only 99 cents. So somebody went to Hobby Lobby, got them for only 99 cents, a good quality paint. And then my friend bought a whole bunch of them at the thrift store for like $1 or $2. I went through them. Like, I would say all of the paints are usable, of course. It's just that what I started noticing is that some of them are muddy, and you don't really want muddy. You don't really want muddy. You don't really want paint that looks old or. And then I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if you make good art. It won't matter. But the thing of it is if you make good art with colors that are not that good, like this color of blue is not that good compared to like a nicer, let's say like this color. What happens is, yeah, you could make something look cool still, but if you did that same thing with like better colored paints, like a better quality and a better colored paint, then of course it's gonna look better with the better quality, brighter paints, because I've done it. And it's like, oh dang, why did this painting come out so much better than the other one? And it's like, oh, because the paint is just way better quality, it's brighter, looks nicer. So lately what I've been doing is I used to make, or I still do, I make illustration type stuff like this on a card. I cut out cards out of like boxes of, like this was a candy box, soda pop. This was a Pepsi box for like cans of Pepsi, or any sort of cardboard from like a box. Like it could be a box from like a beer or soda pop, or like this one was from like a candy. Just any box from anything. If its quality is like good, like cardboard, like thin cardboard, then you just put primer on it, and then you could paint on them. So that's what I do. I just cut them out and put a primer on it, and then I start painting. So I would do paintings like this, like little illustration paintings. Are really fun. It helped me to learn how to paint better and everything. But then what I was like, dang, I don't always like to go online and like get a picture of like Snoopy and like copy it. Even though it's no big deal, it's like I'll find cool photos. Like this is a cool photo of this Batgirl smoking a cigarette. I was like, wow, it's a really cool photo. I'll paint it. And of course it comes out cool with like a painter's look because it's like done with paint, so it's different. It's not the photograph anymore. It's a painting. So that's what I was doing, but I don't want to do that all the time because I start kind of feeling like a copy machine a little bit. Like you're not a copy machine, but I mean, it's definitely fun and they come out looking cool and everything. It's fun to play with the paint and all the little, like, the way the paint, like the little texture of how paint is, and it makes like the way it makes certain things look. Um, it's really cool. However, I wanted to start making more original paintings. So I started just doing more original stuff. And I started noticing I started doing like dot paintings. It's really bizarre, but I started doing dot paintings. So I'm letting this dry. The reason why I'm letting it dry all the way is because sometimes I'll just go in there and I'll just start painting even though it's not dry. But what happens is the paint will smear. Excuse me. The paint will smear with the other paint, which isn't a big deal. It's not a big deal. When I'm working fast or whatever. But yesterday on another Batman painting that I was doing, I didn't let it dry all the way, and then when I started to do it and I was smearing paint everywhere, I noticed that it was a really muddy, sloppy look that started to take place. And so when that starts happening, I have to figure out how to make this painting look better that got too muddy, not very good looking. And the only way to do that is to let it dry it, and then go back in with white in those areas to cover them up and let that dry really good. And then you could kind of like put different colors on. So that way you have bright, nice colors and not like this muddy painting, because it doesn't always look cool when the paint is muddy. It's like a really bad look. I'm not saying there could be paintings that kind of look muddy that look good. It's just that if you've been doing art for a long time, you know that you don't really want a muddy painting, muddy colors. You want nice colors. Just looks better. And so I'm going to continue to paint this. So this character is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, I guess. He's like some sort of virus in the Roblox game. And so what I always start off when I'm doing characters or some sort of, whenever I'm doing some characters or some sort of like painting where like I need to make the character stand out from the background, is I always start with this color. It's like a magenta color, because that will give you a solid form. Like the character, like you're like, pretend like you're building a statue or something. This is kind of like the statue clay that you're putting down to make the statue. Without this, you could still do a nice drawing and everything, but there will be some sort of strange thing where it just doesn't seem like the character is popping off the page. It'll seem kind of like the character has no like body to it. So So this is kind of like the body, like the filler that is going to be the character to make it look like it's a real actual thing that has like an actual like a body to it. So we're definitely dried up enough to do this. And I don't know how this is going to be very odd because I'm not really sure what I want to do, how I want to do this guy. Maybe I should I'm just gonna make him just like a character on a thing. I probably should do a portrait like thing. Yeah, I should probably do a portrait like thing. That's what I probably should do. So let's do a portrait like thing. So it's gonna be like this is his shoulders. I don't have to be perfect right here. This is his head, and he has like a crown. And this is his shoulders over here. Something like that. So when I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention. So I put this like way super too thick. But let's that's another thing. When I'm drawing and I'm doing the video, I'm not concentrating very good. So this is going to be his head. This kind of goes like that. I'm probably going to make him look a little bit different than he actually is because I'm going to put my own probably like a little bit of effort into it. So that's his hat. Then here's his face. And then this is going to be his body down here. It's kind of like just a big square. So actually what I want to do is I want to grab some of this paint from over here. I shouldn't have done it like that, but oh well. Well, that's good. I'll make his shoulder kind of come up. His shoulder does kind of come up a little bit anyway, so I'll just do like that. So that's good. Fill it out real good. So he's kind of got like some sort of weird thing inside of his body. It's like a rib cage. Like I'll kind of, I kind of do it even though that you can't see it and I can barely even see it. I'll still make it. You know, I'm not gonna make his legs. I'm just gonna make his arm like a portrait. I'm just gonna make like a portrait. So it's just gonna be kind of like a portrait. So it's gonna be like his arms are kind of down at his side, so this doesn't really matter. I'll just put it like this. As you can see, I'm just painting really rough, and because that's how I like the paintings to look. I like them to look rough and very like interesting. I want them to look like they're alive or something, or kind of not perfect. Is like the look I'm going for. So that's good. So there's some buildup right here of paint, and there's some buildup right there of paint that'll dry, and that's fine. It looks cool. It's fine. I just don't like it when it's too much everywhere. So when you're painting, like you don't want like too much of something in one particular area, unless if that's like the focal point. If there's something that is like distracting someone's eye and their eye just keeps going to that one area, like that was something that you were supposed to like not have. You should have took it out a long time ago or did something about it, because what'll happen is you'll finish the painting and you still have that one spot of buildup where everybody's eye just goes to, and you can't really get rid of it unless you like scratch it off and like repaint that area or something. But I think this is pretty good, spread out pretty well, and I'm gonna let this dry. So some of these areas where I did leave it thick, those areas will take a longer time to dry, and if you go over those with another color, they definitely will smear into your color, which is okay if you're going to paint over that area anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. Like I could start with my white right now, and the white will go onto it, and it'll turn pink, but it's okay because it'll turn pink. But it's okay because we're going to go over that pink anyways with another color. In this case, it's going to be green and black. So black's going to cover everything no matter what. The green with the pink in the background is probably not going to really matter much either. Green going over pink, it's not going to really, it's still going to be green, I'm pretty sure. But if it doesn't, what we do is we just go in there with some more white and whiten it up more, and then just put the pink or put the green over it. That's it. Anytime that you want a color to be bright in a certain area, put white down and then let it dry really good, and then paint over the white, and that area will be the color that you paint for sure, guaranteed, without any color bleeding through. Colors, like for instance, like yellow is a color that can't really go over other colors. It just doesn't go over other colors well. The colors from underneath show through it a lot of times, or it changes the color of the yellow. So if you want the yellow to be bright yellow, then you want to put down some layers of white, kind of thick layers of white. So then when you put down the yellow in that area, the yellow will be really bright and actually yellow. So hi everybody out there. Thanks for stopping in. Miguel, how you doing? Yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing right now is I'm painting, and I decided to just go on TikTok to live because I don't really know why. I don't really know why. I'm not really like trying to build a following or anything. Because with my other accounts, like I do the stargazing and I do the Fortnite channel, all those get a lot of attention. But with art, it's like it doesn't get much attention. So I just started. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But people seem to not want to hang around with like when I'm doing art, especially when I don't have nothing going on, especially when I have to let things dry. And this is acrylic, it dries pretty fast. And then it's tough to get the camera angle. Like I just set this thing up finally to get a good camera angle on it. And I can see the chat, but I can't see it very good. So it's like, I mean, I could see it, but I can't read anything. It's like too small and the light is kind of shining. Like it's I don't know how to actually do this to where I can like work and like do the chat at the same time. Like probably if I got it down a little bit lower, I guess. But even just moving my stand to try to get the angle is very difficult. But I'm going to try to see if I can get something that's a little bit better. I think something like actually that did kind of help a little bit. It's just that now it's like that. Let's see if I come down this way a little more and then I bend it back this way. Huh. That's actually, it's not too bad. I guess I could move the painting over like a little bit. That's pretty good. The arm is in the way now. I think if I could have it like, let me see. The more I move it around to try to get comfortable, the better. No, actually it was better over here because I could see the painting better because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, now the camera's kind of like so much in the way. That's kind of good. But now the what if I just put it like right in my face? Like now it's like, now the chat is like almost like right in my face. Like I could lick my phone from right here. Like that's really weird. This piece right here though is blocking the view. I don't really like that. I'm not sure how I'm going to get rid of that. I guess I have to go this direction. And then go up and back. Ah, dang, I hope I don't break the thing. I'm getting there. Hang on. I just don't want to break the tripod thing. No, this is pretty difficult to like maneuver this thing. There we go. That's pretty good right there. So you guys have a little bit, this thing right here is a little bit blocking right there, but it's not really like that big of a deal, right? See, the only thing about this is this is taking time away from my production. Like, I have to get these paintings out, you know? So that's one of the bummers about it. Is when I'm trying to do all of this other stuff, it's like tonight, instead of getting like 5 paintings done, I'll only get like 2 because I'm dealing with this thing. What does that say? Painting Roblox asks for acrylic tips. Does anybody got any acrylic tips? That's not bad, but now I just feel like it was just better where it was in the beginning. I wish I could get it, I guess, like right here. Oh, too high. Like right there. That. I don't know. I'm not really happy with it wherever it is, really. How about right there? Oh, I know what's wrong. Like, if I have it way back here, this is good. This is good. Okay, that's good. It's like kind of in my way, but it's not too bad. So let's lay down this white. And I kind of maybe wanted the... Oh well, who cares? See how it turns pink? So that's fine. That's fine that it turns pink, because I could always go over it with more white and get it to be more... let's see. It's okay. It'll be okay. So we'll just do them like that. And we'll let that dry. So this is kind of my style of painting. Like, I like to leave things kind of rough and like not perfect. I don't like perfect. Like I like it. I like the style to be rough. I look kind of like the way it is. Hi, one. Oh, I can't read that very good. Like it says, see, this light is in the way. It makes it hard for me to see it. It says one ha. How you doing? Where are you from? I'm from Southern California. Whoa, doesn't that look cool? Like that's kind of cool. Like see how it like is doing that? I think that's the paper that is like being ripped a little bit from. That's kind of a cool look. You probably can't see it on the video that good, but these little tears in the paper look really cool. That's the first time that's happened. Well, not the first time. It's happened to me before. But it looks cool, but I need to let it dry because what happens is the paper will start mixing in with the paint, and then I get all these like balls of paper. How's it going tonight? How was your day? My day was pretty nice. Like, what was nice about it was like kind of like friends actually reached out today, like in the morning, and like messaged me. And I was like, oh, that was really nice of that friend to reach out and message me, like for no reason. And that started my day off pretty nice. And then just doing a bunch of different things around the house, taking care of stuff, and it was really nice. The weather was kind of a little bit cold. It wasn't the best weather, but it was still nice. I mean, we've had hot for so long. And so just did chores and stuff. Posted some of my paintings on eBay. And then when I had some time, I had another friend reach out to me. And I reached out to a couple other friends too. And man, everybody was being so like nice and loving towards me, I guess, which is like not saying it's like totally odd, but it was just a little bit of just seemed like everybody was in a good mood and reaching out to me. And then even one of my friends that hasn't talked to me, he's kind of ghosted me a little bit for the last week. I just stopped sending him messages because I don't know what's going on with him. And he messaged me today a bunch of big messages, and he was excited about Roblox. So I'm like, hey, cool, another friend that's messaging me. And so it's kind of been like that for me today. So, pretty nice day. The only thing I didn't like about my day is I had a bologna sandwich. I didn't really. Uh, that might seem kind of lame, but like, I like when I have. I like when I eat food that I want to eat. I didn't feel like I wanted a bologna sandwich today. But I had a bologna sandwich and it was not that good. It was okay. I just wasn't in the mood for it. And it was just something to eat. I should have ate a banana instead, just not even have had a sandwich. But the other day I made a whole bunch of tamales, so I got I was like, well, we made a bunch of tamales. We might as well eat them. So I cracked open a couple of tamales, and then I was like, yeah, these are good. This hits the spot. It's really nice. So this painting of Roblox, the 1x1x1x1 character that my friend wanted me to do, I'm a little bit frustrated with it because I put the paint on too thick. This watercolor paint, you can paint acrylic on it, but you can't paint thick acrylic on it. That's what I'm finding out. And the paint is taking a long time to dry. Probably because it's not summertime anymore. Let me turn on my fan, that'll help. Okay, if we don't blow away here, we'll get back. If the painting don't blow away here, we'll get back to the painting. So can anybody guess the character who I'm painting right now in its form as is? Does blowing actually help? Yes, it actually does help. I need a hair dryer though. I'm like one of the stupidest artists, I swear. Like, I do not have all the proper tools to be an artist. Like, a blow dryer, hair dryer is a vital tool if you're going to be painting. Like you have to get the paint to dry faster. You have to continue to work. You can't just sit here looking at the painting and not working on it. And this paper, since this is not canvas, since this is watercolor paper, if I was on a canvas, I could just keep going. But because I'm doing it on this watercolor paper, it's ripping up the paper. So that makes me to have to let it dry before I continue to work. And I'm not just finding this out for the first time. I'm kind of revisiting this. You know what I mean? I'm kind of revisiting this agony. What's up, Raph? Hey, Melissa, Erica joined. Hey guys, RC333 joined. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, just doing this Roblox painting. The other thing is, now that it's not summertime anymore and it's wintertime, everything's cold, the paint actually takes longer to dry. Like, a lot longer. It's like damp. It's not drying like fast. So it's crazy. I didn't think it would be this bad though. Like, dang. But it's okay. If I just get this one painting done, that's fine. I wanted to do like 6 paintings tonight and get them all done and post it up on eBay, but I don't think that's going to happen. I could start cutting my other papers. I think that's what I'll do while that's drying. So I've got this watercolor paper. It's thick. I guess it's called Series 200. It says Series 200 on the top. And so it's a big 12 by 9, but I've been doing smaller paintings. I've been doing 6 by 9s because I'm hoping that they'll sell faster. I'm hoping to sell them faster and make a little bit of money because I'm like really I really need to make some funds for Christmas. So what I've been doing is, which isn't very good, I should just measure it out with a ruler instead. But what I've been doing is see, everything's kind of in a way. Man, it would be nice to just have like a nice setup. So I need to clean off my desk. There's just things everywhere. So I'll fold it in half and then I just take a pencil, then I mark it like that. So that way I know where to cut. See, so then I open it up and then I have a line so that I can like cut it. And the reason why I don't really like doing it this way is because I did this one like that and it's not horribly bad, but there's just a little area where I can tell that it's not cut really perfect. And when it comes to cutting these 6 by 9s out, it has to be really good because people are going to put these artworks inside of a frame, and when they put it inside of the frame, it's got to fit in the frame well, and if it's like crooked and stuff, it could cause them problems, and I don't want them to have problems with framing my paintings. So here's another one I cut out. It also is a little bit bowed. It's a little bit bowed, but not too bad. It's pretty good. It came out okay. See, it just kind of bows. It's just kind of a little bit bowed right there. It bows out just a slightly, little bit. But I think it's fine. I think both sides look decently good. See, there's a little bit of a mess up right there. No, it's a little bit of a like where I stopped cutting and then I started again. But it's not that big of a deal. I think it's fine. It'll go into a frame fine. Frames have borders on them most of the time. People buy a border, so part of the painting, like a little part of it, will be like on the border. That's why when you sign your paintings, you got to sign them up kind of higher, because if somebody puts a border thing, a little tiny bit like that much, maybe like a 1/4 inch, will be inside the frame. So if you sign too low, like watch, I'll show you a painting where I signed it too low. Here's a cool, well, I thought it was cool, aliens painting with a bunch of different colors. I just thought it was really trendy looking and cool and fun. Apparently, others didn't really think it was that great because nobody's bought it yet. But see, I signed it down here at the bottom, and I signed it really down there low at the bottom. So if somebody bought a frame for this, they'd have to make sure that it fits right in so that it's complete. But if they have like a border and the border comes up to here, then there will be no signature and that's not good for original art. You want to have the artist's name. So, or if they bought a border that covered up a little bit of it, that would look stupid too, right? So, I think it's okay that I signed it down there on this one, because this is a very solid, like 5x7, that when it goes into a frame, it probably will be just fine. But I had another painting similar to this, and I did the same thing, and it just seemed like if I would have signed it up just a little bit higher, like it would go into a frame well, and even if this bottom part dipped down into the frame a little bit, the name would still be there. So anyway, this has a clear coat on it, that's why it's making like a glare. But this is a really cool painting. I like it. This is pretty, it's pretty neat. Whoa. Oh, the leg broke off of the thing. It's already been broken. I just keep putting it back on. Like, I got this at the 99-cent store too. Like, my whole rig is just 99-cent store stuff. The light, the tripod, and everything's breaking. Damn, I can't get it back on. There it goes. I need to just put some duct tape on that sucker and call it a day. There we go. Now it's actually standing up like a tripod. What the heck? Whatever. Okay, let's see if we can start working on this. This is like really wet and not drying. It's really wet and not drying. I don't really want to start on another painting. I wanted to do this painting. I want to get this painting over with, but I don't think it's going to be possible because it's just not drying. Well, what I'll do just for the video... No, I don't want to do that because... What I was thinking is just for the video, I'll just continue even though that it gets all sloppy and everything. And then I could like let it dry and then go over it later. But the problem with that is it's just going to take so much. It's just going to be... Oh well, who cares? That's what I'm going to do because I'm kind of upset. So... Okay, upset painter. Let's see how dry. It's actually kind of dry. Maybe it just looks like it's tacky. Okay, so anyway, this guy, he's green and black. So let's start with the green. Let's pick out a really good green. I've got lots of greens. Let's see. Here's a bunch of greens. This is green, green, green. Here. Alright. What else we got? Okay, that's not the color green. Let's see. That, no. Okay, so these are the colors for 1X, 1X, 1X chest. So this color looks a little bit too dark. This color looks a little bit too light. But this one I think is the same color. Bright yellow, green. Yeah, it's the same color. And then this one looks too dark. So I guess we're going to have to go with this one, even though it seems kind of lighter. Oh, and then there's green, like a skeleton green inside of his body. Okay. It's like a darker green. That's weird. So for the inside of his body, like his skeleton, this might be the green for that. But I also have this green that might be better. Yeah, this green might be better because it's a little bit darker. This green looks, yeah, this green's not dark enough. It's got to be that green. So we're going to put these ones aside. So I guess that's what we're going to go with. I guess we're going to go with this darker green for his rib cage. That's what it is, a rib cage. And then this is going to be the background green. So let's apply the background green and see what happens. And I'm not going to pour it right on the character's body this time, because that's going to bring, it's going to be too thick. It's going to bring up too much of the paper probably. So I have a palette right here that I'm going to put it on, and then I'll transfer it with the brush so that way I can control. So I'll just put like a bunch of it right here, and then this way I can control how much I put on. Which I'm still going thick. This green paint does not smell good. Like, I love the smell of paint, but like especially oil paint, I really love the way it smells. But this acrylic paint smells good too. I like the way it smells. But this green, I love this green color, but I do not like the way it smells. I love the color. It looks like liquid ooze or something. But it smells like, I don't know. It's weird. It smells like not good. Don't smell horribly bad, but compared to the other like paints, I would say that I don't like the way the green smells. Let's try red. Now that we're smelling paints, red smells delicious. Smells good. Blue smells perfectly fine. Kind of like got a little bit of a nail polish smell. Orange smells really good. Like, it smells like paint. That is exactly what it smells like. Like, the orange paint, if you smell it, to me, I'm like, that's what paint smells like. Brown doesn't really have much of a smell. Let me see. Black, I can't smell it right now. Oh, the white smells like nail polish. Let's smell a dark blue while that's drying. Blue smells good. I don't know, it smells regular. Anyways, I'm just doing this because I'm letting this dry. Purple smells really good. Anyway, I don't know why I stopped painting. Because I have to do his hat. Like his hat or his like crown. This his crown. So he has like a crown. Okay, like that. He has like a crown. Now, one of the problems when green and red come together, they'll make brown. So that's kind of a little bit of a problem. Oh, I forgot to put white. Did I forget to put white on his crown? No, I'm pretty sure I did. So when red and the green come together, they make brown, and you don't want that because you want it to be green. You don't want it to be brown. And that's just something to be careful of, because once it's brown, then you got to go back over with white again or gray, and then back over it again with green, which it's not a big deal. It's no big deal. You could do that. It's just that it's just more steps. And it wouldn't be that big a deal if I had a hair dryer either, because that would speed things up a lot, I think. So we're gonna have to do black on his arms and his face after I do the puzzle piece. Oh shit. Excuse my language. I dragged the puzzle piece way too far. I've never done that before. There we go. That was the first time I ever did that. I dragged the puzzle piece like beyond, and then I was like, oh shoot, it's gonna end the live. But it didn't. It just told me to do it over again. Okay, so we got his crown. Okay, now we got to go in there with black. And so the reason why I'm just using this brush mostly only is because it's my favorite brush, and I'm not trying to do any detail work. Hopefully I can make the painting look good without doing any detail work at all. That's what's the best. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of times I end up going in there and like doing a bunch of detailed stuff. I don't like doing that though. It's just time consuming, and it's not really like much better doing that way. So that's my thing, is I kind of like the sloppy look. I want it sloppy. I want it to look like someone painted it. That's what I want. That's the look that I want to go for. I want it to look sloppy. I want it to look like somebody painted it. I don't want it to look like so perfect that you can't tell that somebody, you know. There we go. So that's perfect, like how maybe I'm going a little bit too sloppy, but I guess the reason why I kind of want it sloppy is because I'm doing a painting of a computer character. And in the computer world, of course, it's perfect. It's pitch perfect, perfect cuts, perfect angles, everything's perfect on it. So in real life, I want it like I want it to look sloppy, because I want to give it like just like a lot of contrast to like what it normally is. Okay, so on this I can't use this brush because this is a little bit I'm going to use a littler brush, the same kind of style but littler, because with a big brush I'm not going to be able to do his rib cage. He has like 3 rib cages with the big brush, I would only be able to do one or two. I want to make it accurate. So let's see here. So he kind of has like a shoulder blade area like this. Kind of looks like that. And then this goes across to the other side like that. It has a little bit like that. This goes across to over here. Then he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ribs. The first one's really small. So this one comes across. This one comes across like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this part right here come down from here. This goes all the way down. Like that. And then down here, it's kind of like his legs, like his legs are coming up into his chest. And then there's gonna be, I guess I'll just go like that. I guess I'll just go like that. And then there's a little area strip that goes across that is, let me go up more with it. There's a little area strip that is that other color that goes across there. But let's just keep going. So there's one rib cage. And then a 2 rib cage. So this is the kind of stuff I don't like when I'm trying to do live and trying to do a painting. These kind of little critical parts, especially like a rib cage, is gonna be like a little bit, could be difficult, or I could mess up on it. So that's not too bad. I gotta finish up this shoulder blade over here. Kind of looks like that. I think that's pretty good. This comes up a little bit higher. There we go. What's going on here? This is kind of where it gets kind of weird. We'll just do it like that. Oh, that's good. So what else? Are we done with that green? I think we're done with that color green. Now what I could do is kind of go like this, I guess. Kind of rough it up a little bit. With the pencil. Okay. And so let's go back to the head up here. I'm not too jazzed about, there's a couple of things I'm not too jazzed about. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't like this color. I want more. I want more green color. But I don't want it to turn brown. I think I'll just use that smaller brush maybe and go over it one more time. Just to give that more color. Hopefully this works. Sorry. Yeah, this will be better. That's better. Even though it looked kind of cool the way it was, I think I'm gonna go with that. I just want more color for the person to see. So a pretty rough painting, looking good. I like how it's coming out. Now we've got some things that normally, okay, so his eyes are red. He has 2 red eyes. And normally I would just go like this with the white with my finger and just do it like that. But I'm not going to do that because I don't know, this is my first painting of this guy, so I want it to be a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little more impressive and not so amateurish, which is so stupid of me because I'm trying to break out of the whole making everything look perfect or trying to make everything so certain way, but because I'm on TikTok live and because this is my first, I guess I'm gonna try, I don't know. So let's put the eyes first. He's got one eye going kind of funny like this, and then he's got the other eye that's kind of big and kind of like a square. Like that. That's perfect. And then he's got like a mouth. And then the mouth seems like it says something on the mouth. Does anybody know on Roblox 1 times 1 times 1 times 1? Like, does he have like a word for a mouth? Because I can't really tell. Like, I'm looking at it here on the TV. And it's like, oh well, it doesn't really matter. It looks like it says a word, some sort of word, but I'm just gonna put like, maybe it says 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna make a mouth like, looks like he's got like, I don't know. It just kind of goes across like that. And then he's got one that's like offset over there. It just kind of looks like that. I'm just going to leave it like that. Like, if it spells out some sort of word, then whatever. Like, I don't know. That looks a little bit too spread out. I'm going to put one more. That's good. Okay. So it looks like that. Now I'll let that dry. Now, so the reason why I put on the white before I put on the red instead of just putting the red is it'll just make the red pop more. If I don't put the white down and the red goes on the black, the red's not going to pop. It's going to the black's going to bleed in underneath. and the red's not going to be very red. So then all that's left is he has a little domino thing up on top, and the domino thing, I don't think I need to put any white because we're using black over green, and it's like not really much of a big deal probably. So he's got on his helmet or his crown, the hardest part is just this line right here. I'm gonna make it it goes like right in the middle, kind of. I'm just gonna put it right here. See, that's the only line that'll kind of bleed through. But all these dots that I put on, they're not gonna. It's just gonna be very simple. I think it's just gonna be like this. So basically, it's like a domino. He's got like a domino, I guess. Like a 3 and a 6. Domino. That's it. So all we got to do is, okay, I'll show you what we got to do. I will show you what we have to do. This is what we got to do. Okay, so down here he's got this green that comes across a stripe. It's not exactly, it's a little bit darker. You know, it's going to work out perfect, I think, because it's a little bit darker than that. It's a little bit darker than this, but it's the same color. So I'm not going to put down white and then green. I'm just going to go across it with the green, and it should make it the color that it is. Yeah, so it just goes like that. That's fine. So looking pretty good. I like the look. Yeah, that's basically it. I could put some gray right here in his arm to make a little bit of separation on the arm, but I don't know, it's fine. So this is basically it. Now all I gotta do is, this is him, this is basically it. But now I need to put something in the background. So lately I've been just putting polka dots in the background. Different color polka dots has kind of been my style lately. So I guess I'll do that because I don't know what else to do for a background. And, excuse me. So let's start with some orange. This is a kid's painting, so basically lately I've just been doing polka dot backgrounds. Like this with my finger. My sister calls it the birthday paintings. And I'm like, yeah, well, everybody likes a birthday. So I kind of make polka dots everywhere. Some big ones, some small ones. And normally I go into the body with the polka dots. But I think on this one I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to make a polka dot background without doing that. And so I did orange. I'll do this blue, I guess. And probably pink. Can you guys see that good? Does that help with the paper not so messy in the background? Okay, so what else we got? Okay, so the pink. Whoops. That's pretty good. I probably can do some white in the background too. That might look pretty cool. But let's paint his eyes. Maybe a blue one right there. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's good. Okay, so what else? Now we could put some white highlights on some of the things. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to put a little bit of white highlights. Where's that one brush we had earlier? Maybe that one? No. No, not those. That one? I guess this. Alright. Oh, here it is. I'm actually not sure if I want to do this. But make kind of like some highlights in white. That's fine. Not like a big deal, just like a little bit of highlights, I guess. That's kind of cool. All right. Maybe one big one right here. Cool. All right. Now we'll finish it up with that red on his eyes. It should be dry by now. I'm gonna go with a full-on red color. Let's see if I have another color. The red kind of sometimes doesn't really matter. I mean, we got a couple different reds here though. As you can see, it's like this red is a little bit lighter. This red looks like the red I should use, but when I do it, it'll be too deep of a red. I think we're gonna go with scarlet red. Just a nice red. It kind of reminds me of like a real red, but not a deep red. So let's so there we go. Just kind of gob it on. That's fine. The other red might have been a little bit darker. So to make the eyes pop a little bit, because it's not really popping that good, is I could go like this with a pencil, kind of give it a little bit of something like that. We'll make it pop a little bit more. So there you go. Now I just have to sign it at the bottom. So probably sign it right here on this little area right there. There we go. It's kind of all wet and not really signing very good, but it's good enough. It'll work. You can see it. Where's that? You can see it. See, it's signed. It's right there, right there. You can see it, but you can't really see it that good. You can see it a lot better, like from where I'm at. We could also put some scribbles in here. And his eyes. Dent that in a little bit. Could make a line right here. Maybe just scribble on it a little bit. Just so it looks like somebody did something. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. I don't want to get too carried away with the pencil. So yeah, that's it. Now what we can do, because I do this on my art cards, is what we can do is we can make a little shadow back here in the background, just to kind of like make him like jump off a little bit. So the thing is with doing this is tricky because I don't remember what color works best to do the background shadows. So let's see. First, let's just try with water. See what happens. Okay, nothing happens with the water, so my water's not dirty enough. Let's try with a little bit of black and a little bit of white. I need more white than that. Sometimes it makes like a gray though. I might want to use like a blue. Let's see. Yeah, that makes it too gray. I want it to be kind of bluish. That might be good. Let's test it. Maybe we should do a little testing here. What do you think? What do you think? Would that be a good... Sure, I don't know. I think it will. If it's watered down more, maybe. Something like that. I think that would be good. Okay, let's just do it. That's cool. That'll work. Yeah, that's fine. I think that it was more cleaner looking without the shadow, but with the shadow, it was fine. Yeah, this looks good. That looks fine. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's the painting of 1X, 1X, 1X. So I should write 1X, 1X, 1X somewhere. He kind of has like a little bit of a... I'm giving him a little bit of a, like a mean face because I guess he's like kind of a bad guy. So there it is, all done. Cool, I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. What I don't like about it is that just it took so long. I probably could have done it a little bit like looser and better, faster, just nicer. But doing stuff on live is just a little bit different. But it's okay. Looks good. I like it. I want to keep it actually, but I can't keep it. I got to sell all my art. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Let me put a white background so you guys can see it better. So when I take the pictures of it, this is what it'll look like. Kind of look like that. It'll look much better though because, you know, it'll look something like that. Alright, I think he looks pretty cool. Alright guys, I'm going to end the live here. My battery's running dead, like always. You guys have a nice night. Thanks for stopping in. You can message me anytime. Say hello. And like some of my stuff, or say thank you for doing the drawing. It was fun, whatever. Have a good night.